Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to our review of the Westin Kierland Resort and Spa in sunny Scottsdale, Arizona. So the resort. Driving up to the resort is impressive. The online images of the areas outside the resort and the main entrance were actually selling points for us when we were reading and watching reviews. It's a great looking building and the grounds are manicured and well taken care of. Palm trees are abundant as well as lots of native plants, and it's what you'd expect at an Arizona resort.
So what kind of cars we got in the valet today? Look at that. That is a Maserati, if I'm not mistaken. Next to a Porsche 911 Carrera, maybe. Next to a Kia, that's a Maserati as well. And another Porsche. It's Maserati Porsche day.
You can use valet parking for a price or go cheaper like we did.
Guest parking, which is $20 a day. Heading to our room.
When you check in, they'll give you a newsletter that tells you about events and clinics, kids' activities, Skywatch programming, which we'll talk about later, and other things happening around the resort. Inside the room, our room was listed as a traditional guest room with one king bed and the golf view, which is an upgrade from other view rooms, and that was made possible by the Costco package deal. The quality and fit and finish of the room was nice. I'd say it's comparable to any of the nicer hotels we've been to. It had a large space with a chase lounge that is also a twin trundle bed, a small table and a desk. One thing to note, we are used to bathrooms having some kind of fan to remove, moisture from hot showers, but this room didn't have that. It was very clean. All the bath fixtures and plumbing worked fine. The lighting in the room was more than adequate, about 8 lights around the room. And the view from the balcony was great. It was a nice view of the golf course, and we found ourselves enjoying just sitting on the balcony having breakfast. We could see why this was a more expensive room than the other views offered. I think the Mountain View rooms looked out the front of the resort. Resort views maybe looked over the pool areas, I want to say, and the pool views were those closest to the pool areas themselves. Walking through the lobby and sitting areas gives you an idea of the level of luxury in the resort. From various reviews I read, I got the impression that they'd done a fairly recent renovation of this property, and you could tell a lot of newer finishings and details. There's several places to eat around the resort, at the pools, and a couple places out at the golf course. Nellie Cashman's was the upper scale restaurant at the resort. We had dessert there one night, dinner one night, and breakfast another day. They have a good amount of indoor seating here in a nice environment, and also a decent amount of outdoor seating. And their outdoor seating is covered in this case. The Waltz and Weiser Whiskey Bar and Cantina is a bar and grill style place right next door to that has a small indoor seating area, more like a bar seating, and an outdoor seating area that includes this entire back patio. The patio looks over the golf course. It includes lots of tables, a large fire pit sitting area, many gas fire tables, a separate seating area with outdoor lounges and fireplaces. Most of the seating also gave you view of their Skywatch, which was a giant screen TV high above the patio that was usually streaming sporting events. The service from the Waltz & Weiser covered this entire area, and they were very attentive and friendly. The Rim is a nice bar area that would also serve a few food items. We didn't spend much time there. Opposite the Rim, across two very nice seating areas and two Arizona desert reptile displays, was the Scotch Library, which is pretty impressive if you're a Scotch enthusiast. It's worth noting that the food selections in the resort area, not in the pool area, but they all seem to come from the same kitchen. The different menus from these places share quite a few of the same offerings, although they of course have their own as well, depending on whether you're at the nicer restaurant or the bar and grill. But all in all, my wife said the food was very good. One morning we took advantage of their bike rentals, and for us they were actually free. I think that may have also been part of the Costco package. It was a great way to cover the whole resort and just take in the sights around the resort. And you could easily use those to go to the shopping areas that are close to the resort that we'll cover in a bit. Swimming pools. There are two main areas for pools. There's an adults-only pool area called the Agua Miel, which has a large normal rectangular pool with a couple lap lanes, a fairly large jacuzzi tub, lots of lounge seating, and cabanas that can be rented on a daily basis. And then there's the adventure pool area, which is geared more toward families, which has a large curved freeform pool area with varying depths, a round hot tub, a 110-foot water slide, and a lazy river that moves you through the entire length of the river on a tube in about 20 minutes. There's a lot of lounge seating around the entire pool area, and then there's a row of, I guess, luxury lounges that are for rent for $40 a day. There are several premium cabanas with really comfortable couch seating. There's regular cabanas, and there are deluxe Tommy Bahama islands that have lots of different seating options and covers, with daily rental prices on all these things ranging from about $250 up to maybe $500 or more per day.
right in here and come back to your party.
Well, we made this area our home for a couple days and chose the free lounge seating, which was adequate and it was comfortable and it was fine. The entire area was landscaped immaculately, really, and there's a good sound system built into the landscaping, and the music playlists varied from 70s and 80s pop to some more current chill selections. The service in both pool areas was very good. Servers were consistently checking on you, and they were very nice and friendly. You can order drinks and some limited food items out at the pools. I think I would say that really every customer service employee we met at the resort was very friendly and helpful. Prices are very high for what you get for the food and drink options, but I think that's kind of expected. You have the option to pay cash or credit or bill it to your room. In both the pool areas, there were always towels available. And when people left the pool area, the staff did a good job of picking up any stuff that was left behind, dishes, towels, etc., and keeping everything clean. As far as things around the resort, on the coolest day of our stay, we decided to go check out the nearby shopping areas, the Kierland Commons and the adjacent Scottsdale Quarter. And the shops at these are, what you'd expect from an upscale mall, but it was all set up as an outdoor Main Street kind of an arrangement versus an indoor mall, which was really nice. There were a lot of nice looking restaurants and bistros. We were attracted to a couple of those and almost stopped to eat, but I think our quest for a good margarita kept us moving along. We eventually found a place called Soul, which is a Baja-style Mexican food place, and we're glad we found it. Great margaritas and great tacos. There's a shuttle that will take you to nearby spots. We weren't aware of that until a couple days into the vacation because I ignored the flashing voicemail light on our phone, which was a message from the concierge desk telling us that we had a welcome packet and to come and visit. And we finally went and talked to them, and they were really informative. They didn't try to sell us anything, and we wish we'd gone down a little sooner. Walking or driving just about anywhere in Scottsdale makes you keenly aware of the money in this town. It's definitely upscale, and the cost of living is on the upper end of Arizona overall, but it makes it a fun place to do some sightseeing for sure. There were a lot of really nice cars parked in the Commons area, including a McLaren that we saw was being valet parked. And all in all, just a really cool town to visit. So what did we think of the Westin Kierland Resort and Spa overall? We'd give this place 5 stars. I guess a review of a resort like this all depends on what you've experienced in the past and what your expectations are, but for us, we'd come back in a heartbeat. The resort itself was clean, really it was immaculate. Staff were all very friendly, facilities were top-notch, the food and service was great, and the whole experience was really worth the price. Let us know in the comments below if you've been here or what your experience was like, or if you're planning to go, maybe this was a helpful review. Let us know your thoughts. Hope you enjoyed it. Have fun wherever your travels take you.